What's up guys, Volt here bringing you a brand new Fast and Furious car remake. In today's remake, I'm bringing you the 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution VII from Too Fast, Too Furious. Very iconic car that Brian O'Connor actually gets and replaces his Skyline, which kind of sad. You know, he had to see the Skyline for a little bit of the movie, a very beginning part, but the Evo does make up for it quite a bit in its place. As you can see here, it is the Sultan RS yet again for the Evo build. I literally think it makes the best builds for this car, especially because of the livery and everything, and we'll go over that once we get inside. But as we do with everything else, we're going to start with the base price. Again, if you guys are purchasing this car to keep it in a collection, you can purchase it from anywhere, but if you decide to sell it later on down the road, your best option, even though it's a little bit more expensive, is actually, instead of finding one on the streets or buying one from a different website, is to go to Benny's Original Motorworks website and find yourself the Karen Sultan, which is going to cost you about $12,000 to buy. And upgrade fee is going to be about $6 to maybe $800,000, I would say, somewhere around that range, unless there's a discount on the upgrade price. So once you have that car, we're going to go inside. I guess you could kind of call this car a sort of heist vehicle as well, but it's not really a heist vehicle. Also, I'm going to go over the color too. It's a custom crew color, so stay with me on that. So as I go over all my builds, I go over the overall look, the visual appearance, and the basic design, car, and how it's portrayed in the movie and or game, TV show, or anywhere else it's, portrayed itself. Anything else I don't go over is completely up to you and how you want to build it, but this is my few staples that I want to make sure you put on the car to make it look like the Too Fast, Too Furious Evo. So without further ado, let's get into the build. So to start things off, we're going to go with the front bumper. You want to put on the C1 loop bumper. This one looks like the best part because it does have like part of the body kit that kind of sticks out. There is a little bit of a black kind of carbon or black splitter in the middle, which would be better if it wasn't there. But, I mean, it does fit the best, and Rockstar actually thinks it does fit the best too, because they have the NPC cars that chase you are pretty much designed basically almost like this, except a few changes, and I'll go over that in a little bit. Don't worry about that. For the rear bumper, you just want to go the clean cut rear bumper. I still think it is the best option. It's just a nice clean back bumper. You know, it has a cutout for the exhaust, which the exhaust on the side for the RS. So unfortunately, it's just best option is just to go with the clean cut rear bumper. From there, we move on to the chassis. You want to go to the headlight trim. You want to put on the custom eyebrows so you can get that Evo look. Then I would say like a Subaru or something of that nature. There is no fog lights on the car, so don't worry about adding fog lights to the car. Roof scoops, there's none on that either, which is kind of shocking. I thought maybe they would add a roof scoop to it. For the doors, there's no, window nets or, wind deflectors or anything like that. There is no roll cage in the car either, which is kind of shocking. I thought there might be at least a roll cage, maybe even half cage. After that, we move on to the engine. The engine block, I went with the polished valve covers, and I'll try to find pictures of underneath the hood. I got it as close as I could, I believe. For the cam cover, I went with the polished cam belt cover, and for the strut brace, I went with the triangulated strut brace. Again, these I think look the best. It makes it look a little bit more like the Evo from the movie and everything, so it's pretty cool. I think it looks really nice. After that, we move on to the exhaust. You just want to keep that stock. I never change it. I think it looks the best. It makes it more flush with the car and anything. It kind of makes it more hidden. Everything else just sticks out too far and it just doesn't look right. I'm sorry. From there, we move on to the fenders. You want to go with the stock fenders. It's not really a wide-bodied Evo. It's just pretty much basically a normal Evo with the body kit, a little bit of modifications on the outside appearance-wise, and a little bit of modifications underneath the hood and interior. The grille, you want to go with the stock grille so you can have that nice big badge on the front, as well as the little bit of mesh for the massive intercooler on the front as well. For the hood, you want to go with the twin vented hood. I think it is the best option. I think I would have had this for my Tokyo Drift build, but instead I think this one looks the best for the Too Fast, Too Furious build. From there, we move on to the interior. You want to go to the trim color. You want to go to trim design. Don't want to put a sun strip on this car. It doesn't have a sun strip, so don't even worry about putting one on there. After that, we move on to the ornaments. There's never any ornaments, so don't ever decide on putting one on. For the dash, I went with the none option, which is pretty much stock. It's just pretty much a basic stock car on the inside, except for a few things, as you can see from where I'm sitting right now. After that, we move on to the dials. I went with the Podtacho and dash gauges. He has a boost gauge over here on the left-hand corner by the door, which you can't do in GT Online, but, it's better to at least have one in there. And he does have the gauges a little bit over on the passenger side as well. I will try to find pictures and show you guys so you actually see what I mean. There's a lot of cars built for this movie, and one of them actually had a lot of modifications done to it, like boost gauges, all kinds of different other temperature gauges and things like that. And there were some of just completely bare bones stock. So for the doors, there's no special doors, it's just the stock doors. For the seats, I went with the sports seats. I think they look the best. I mean, they're just pretty much, Racing seats, just not really like colored or anything, so don't worry about adding color to them, or straps. For the steering wheel with the Apex Clubman, you gotta have the NOS buttons on there, guys. You gotta have the NOS buttons on there. Plus, the design of the steering wheel looks pretty close to the steering wheel that he has in the car. After that, we move on to the light color. The light color I chose was an ice white. I think they fit the best because the boost gauges, the oil gauges, temp gauges, all that stuff are in a kind of white color. And they look the best behind the steering wheel as well, like the speedometer and the RPMs. They look best in a white compared to what the section option is, which is, if you want a real option, it's this right here. So your best bet to actually go for like just the regular lights would be something like a garnet red, but it covers everything. I wish you could kind of split up the the basic speedometer gauges and such from the actual boost gauges and all that. That'd be kind of cool if you could split those colors up, but unfortunately you can't. So you gotta take your choice on which one you want to do more realistic wise. But again, the garnet red is pretty much what the color of the the speedometer gauges are, so your choice on what you want to do. From there, we move on to the lights. You just want to keep the headlights stock. You don't want to change the color of them. After that, we move on to the neon kit. The neon layout is going to be front, back, and sides, and the neon color is going to be blue. Got that very iconic blue underglow to this yellowish green car. You're probably thinking yellowish green. Yeah, you'll understand once I go over it. Don't worry. Moving on to the livery. Now, the livery in real life has a bit more design on the side of the doors and all that. It does have the stripe, so the best option that you can go for, and it kind of does fit the car a little bit better, is the blue power stripe. It is pretty much the stripe from the movie. It's just there's no extra tribal decal design. Like, I believe it was like a close-up of the actual car on the side of the car and decals. It was pretty cool. I kind of watched a video on it from Craig Learman, which was the guy that actually created the cars for the movies. So that's the one you want to go for, is the blue power stripe. After that, we move on to the plates. You want to go to the license plate. You want to put on the blue and white 1, and you want to put on the plate that says Z3Y921. Again, that is Z3Y921. This is the custom plate that's actually in the movie, and I thought it looks pretty good, and it actually allows me to put it in the iFruit app as well. Same respray for last. We move on to the roof. This is going to be a stock roof. There's no vortex generators, no carbon roof, nothing like that. After that, we move on to the skirts. You just want to keep the stock skirts. There's no mud flaps, and there's no extra side skirt extensions, so just keep it stock. The spoiler, the one you want to go for is the carbon wing. I think it fits the best. It's a pretty wide wing. It does fit pretty well, and it is a black type wing. It's not color coded or anything, so this in my opinion is the best option. Plus it has the kind of fins that actually are on the back of the actual car itself that it has the wing. For the suspension, I would go with something like a street suspension, but again, this is completely up to you. I'm just telling you what I went with for this. It had like a lower kind of build to it, not all the way to the ground like a competition, but I would say street would probably work pretty well. So for the wheels, there's a little bit of a controversy in the YouTube world with people designing rims and such, but they usually go down here to the sport category and they'll put the chrome rims on. If they don't have chrome, then just put stock rims on. That works for any other kind. Save up your money and eventually you might get free ones, or you could get, the money to actually purchase like the $60,000 to $70,000 rims. But mainly they go for the diamond cut. Rockstar themselves actually go for that too. The AI cars that chase you during the import-export races and such, like selling missions and like sourcing missions and such, they have these rims on as well. A lot of people on YouTube go with these rims. They think they fit the best. I did for the longest time until I actually kept looking through the rims and I found a better option. Now the reason I don't say these work the best is because it is a 5-spoke. Yes, the 5 spokes on the actual car itself does have 5-spoke rim, but they're kind of like in 3 sections. There's 3 different lines of the chrome spokes going out on each of the 5 spokes. That would kind of fit, plus it goes out to the rim a little bit too far in my personal opinion. So my best option and my newest best design I came up with is if you go to the high-end option and you put on the blade rims. Now these I think fit the best. They're still 5-spoke, but they're not really like 3-pieced. They're more like 2-pieced, as you can see from like the actual spoke design. They're also a little bit more sunken in, and I just feel like they fit a little bit better and look a lot closer than the 3-piece than the real life version, which is like a 2-piece. I'll try to show pictures on screen so you guys can get an idea what I'm trying to go for here, and I think this is the best option in my personal opinion, but you guys can let me know down in the comment section down below which ones you prefer or which ones you choose. After you get your rims, you go to wheel color. They're going to be chrome, so you can't paint them. If you can't get them chrome, another option would probably be like a stone silver if you were just going to paint them, or alloy. It's your choice until you can save up to get the chrome, because they are chrome. And after that, we'll move on to the tires. Tire design, there is no custom tires on the car, so don't worry about adding that. Tire enhancements, bulletproof tires on if you wish. It's your choice. I apparently did when I made this car, so sad face me. And for the tire smoke, white tire smoke. Last but not least, before the respray, is the windows. You just want to put none. It doesn't have any window tint, which is kind of crazy. You would think it'd have a little bit, but no, it doesn't have any tint at all. You can see through the car easily, very simply, and it just looks amazing. All right, and now I'll see you guys in 2 seconds with a rolled steel primer color. All right, and we're back. As you can see, I have my car in my primered out rolled steel. Actually looks really nice with the livery and the neon underglow. Kind of looks a little bit more like his Skyline. A little bit, not a lot, I know. It's not like really shiny silver or whatever, but you know, it does look pretty nice. I do like the color combination. So what you want to do is you want to do the pure gold pearlescent glitch. Now, in order to do this, you're going to be spending a decent bit of money, probably over the $100,000 range in paint itself. So what you're going to need to do is go to the metals. You want to go to the pure gold, and you want to put that on. After that, you want to go to your secondary. You want to go down to the metals. You want to go down to the pure gold and add that on. That right there is $75,000 down the drain. Okay? So once you have your car in your pure gold, what you're going to need to do is add the crew color over top. Now, I came up with my own custom crew color. I kind of was playing around with it for a bit. I probably spent about, you know, $250,000 on it, which is $250,000 on the paint itself. Trying to figure out the perfect color for it because it is a certain color. And the color they went for is called Lime Gold Candy. It's a cosmic color. Start with a K, cosmic, and a K in the color. I'll try to find a picture of it and show you. And this is the color that I came up with. It shines yellow in the sun, but at night it's got more of a greenish kind of tint to it. So I think it kind of fits really well. Again, if you guys want to go with Oxymo's color, I'll put his color link and color code down in the description below, as well as his channel. You know, I don't want to be on his bad side. I really appreciate the guy's work and all he does. I'm going to put that down below so you guys can go with that. Or you can go with mine, which I'll put on screen right now. So again, you want to go to the primary color. You want to go to your crew color. And you just want to place that right over top. Just like that. You want to apply it right over top, sorry. After that, you want to go to the secondary color. You want to go to the crew color. And you want to apply that right over top as well. Now what this is going to do, it's going to get that really nice pure gold shine through this color. And it's going to look absolutely fantastic. And just overall great in general. And that is it. That is how you recreate the 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution VII from Too Fast, Too Furious that Brian O'Connor drives, or I guess you could say Tej also drives it because, you know, at the very end, he's the one in the car and they're in the muscle car. So you have to watch the movie. You don't understand what I mean. Yeah, I think it turned out really nice. I really enjoyed how the build actually took place. The color on it looks amazing. I love the color of it. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. So let's go outside. It's probably going to be a little bit dark out, so you might be able to see the difference in the color. As you can see, it's still got a little bit of a yellow tint to it. But once you go into the dark, it's got more of a green tint to it. And it just fits the car beautifully. And it looks like the sun is going down, so. And you can see that pure gold pearlescent shining through. It's not too overpowering on the livery, which is nice. You can see I go into shadows. Turns into like a green. I just think the color looks really great. It took me a while to find this. Again, if you think it's too dark or if it doesn't work too well, another best option that I say is go with Oxymo's color. He spent a lot of time on his color as well, and it looks really great. People really like his designs, his colors, probably a lot more than mine. I think that my color actually is pretty good. So I think that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to smash like, subscribe if you're new, and I will be sure to bring you out more videos. If you guys have any suggestions or requests, leave them down in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if I do decide on building the car, you'll get a heart. Anyways, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. I'll catch you guys later. I'm out. Peace.